Hello, my fellow Hime! Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. As you might already know, I post videos weekly, so if you don't want to miss out on any of my videos, please consider subscribing. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 of my favorite houseplants this year. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, I need to talk about my Philodendron BIRKIN. I don't understand why there's hate on this plant. People say it's overhyped and there's nothing special about it. But to me, the variegation is so beautiful. The stripes are just stunning and it does look luxury, like a Birkin bag. But I just really enjoy the foliage on this. Most of the leaves on my plant are variegated with the stripes. I've had this plant since the beginning of the year, I believe. Since then, I have repotted it. When I first got it, it was in a 4-inch pot, and since then I've repotted it into a 6-inch pot. It's been growing so much for me. The variegation just keeps coming through with the new leaves. Look at this. There's even a new leaf coming out right there. And there are new little leaves like right there and there. And it's so pretty. I just really enjoy it in this pot as well. And yeah, I truly do believe that this plant is worth the hype. Just don't buy it too expensive because there are lower prices out there. I've seen them for $50–$60, but you can get it for cheaper than that. I don't remember how much I bought mine for, but if I do, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. But yeah, I highly recommend this plant if you're looking for something upright and a gorgeous, beautiful plant that grows well, is low maintenance. Honestly, it's like no fuss for me. So yeah. Next up, I have to talk about my HOYA Crimson Princess. This is just an absolutely gorgeous plant. It's one of my favorite plants. I think it just exudes my vibe and who I am and my personality. The name of this plant actually has a lot of significance to me because Hime is the name of my YouTube channel. In Japanese, Hime actually means princess. So it kind of coincides with this plant because it's a Hoya carnosa crimson princess, right? So that's why it just means so much to me, and it's like a symbolic plant in my journey. It's like a symbol of my channel, if that makes sense. And can we just admire these leaves for a moment? Like, look at this. I love the leaves that look like this. It's like kind of heart-shaped. Yeah, they're kind of heart-shaped. Very cream variegated with the green on the outside. Another reason why I really love this plant is because no matter what condition I put it in, it loves it. I put it in front of a window with a mesh screen. It enjoyed it there, it started growing. And then when I put it outside, it still did amazingly well. Barely any of the leaves were burned or anything like that. There's only this little bit of damage. Can you see that? There's just that little bit of damage right here. But other than that, it's been doing so well, and I brought it back inside and it loves it in here. And it's just so tolerant of different conditions. I would give it at least medium light. Bright indirect light will help it thrive a lot more. But yeah, it's just a really great houseplant and I couldn't recommend it enough. Next, we have the AGLAONEMA First Diamond. Mine is just in a 4-inch pot. It's pretty small. I haven't repotted it since I got it, which I got it sometime at the beginning of this year. I've acquired a lot of plants at the beginning of this year. It's just really fun watching them all grow and just have their own personality. Although it is a slow grower, when the growth comes in, it has this really nice white splashing to it. I love the ones with a lot of white with just a little bit of green on the edges. And would you look at this? It bloomed for me. All I did was literally put it in medium light and I watered it when it was completely dry. It's such a low maintenance plant. It doesn't demand much from me at all. And there's another bloom here. It's like dying off, but that's so awesome. Yeah, this is my first time seeing a bloom from a Chinese evergreen. Also, it has a new growth point right here. A leaf is about to emerge and it's so exciting. Since I have this plant and it's been doing well for me, I'm thinking about getting like a bigger version of this because the fuller plant looks so out of this world. It's one of my favorites. The pattern on them is just one of my favorites, so I think I could justify getting the bigger size. This is a really great beginner-friendly plant in my opinion. And yeah, I would definitely recommend growing this one if you're into these kinds of plants. Alrighty, next up, we have to talk about none other than the SENECIO MACROGLOSSUS variegata. I bought 2 pots of this and I put it together in this terracotta pot and I let it climb up this trellis. It's a bamboo trellis and it's just popping off. Just look at this. At first I had it in regular potting soil, but I had to transfer it into, it's mostly cactus and succulent soil now, and it's doing so much better. And I pretty much let it dry out completely and I soak it thoroughly and it's so happy. And you can see it's pretty sun stressed. These leaves are like a pinkish purple. The stems are purple. I just think it's so pretty. And I enjoy this more than looking at the green version just because the white gives it some variety, which is, I guess, why they say it's called variegation. It's like a variety of color, right? I just really enjoy the shape too. It's like an ivy, but in my opinion, it's better than having an ivy in your home. It just needs a lot more light, give it a south-facing window if you can, and water it when it's dry. I really am loving the look of it climbing on this trellis. It's so cool. Yeah, SENECIO MACROGLOSSUS variegata. Probably comes as no surprise to you guys because I talked about this one in an unboxing video and also when I went plant shopping. I always have to point it out because it's so pretty and that's how much I enjoy this plant. Okay, last but not least, we have Peperomia Hope. This is a really heavy one. I might have to put it down early, but it's in an 8-inch terracotta pot. I bought this at Payless Nursery and one of the pots I got at the plant sitter. It's getting really heavy, but I just wanted to show you how it's growing. At some point it's gonna start trailing, but it's growing upwards. As of right now, this one looks like it's about to trail. I just really enjoy these leaves. Look at this one. It's so thick. So good. I love feeling these leaves. The reason why I chose Peperomia Hope as one of my favorite plants for this spring is because it is by far the easiest peperomia I have owned as of yet. It hasn't bruised up on me or had any weird marks or anything like that. It can actually handle direct sunlight, which is really great. I left it outside since I repotted it and it loves it out there. And it doesn't have any burn marks, anything like that. When the leaves get mature, they get really big and coin-shaped and they're really thick and smooth, and I just really enjoy touching them and just admiring it. Every time I pass this plant, I'm just like, wow, it's so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It's so good. I can't get enough of this one. The growth pattern is just so fun. There are a couple of leaves in each area of the stem, and then I have no idea where I will put it because it's so heavy, but maybe some type of floating shelf in midair. That's what I was thinking, but we'll see. Peperomia hope. And if you're into peperomia, I would highly recommend starting with this one as long as you have enough sunlight. It's a great peperomia to start with because it doesn't bruise as easily as the other peperomia, and honestly it's like no fuss for me. As you can tell, I love no fuss plants, right? Who doesn't? It's a fun one that I can just admire when I pass by and touch the leaves and just enjoy its beauty. Enjoy it for everything that it is. Your little houseplant. Oh, I have to show you this leaf. Look at how thick. Honestly, the camera doesn't really do it justice, but the thicker leaves at the base of the pot are just enormous and beautiful. Yay! Alrighty, so that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my favorite houseplants video. I hope it gave you some inspiration and some encouragement to take care of your own plants so that they can thrive in your home. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye!